It had been a long, long day, and you were very excited to finally be done with it. School was interesting and fun most of the time, but the workload had been pretty rough on you due to the semester coming to a close. However, you kept yourself focused and prepared, so all that was left was to reap your reward. A dinner date. You briskly walked down the street towards the restaurant Todoroki chose, tensing up at the cold blasts of wind that whipped past your face. You regretted not bringing along a heavier jacket, but there was no time to go back to get one now. Thankfully, the walk to the restaurant wasn't that long. Upon entering the building, you relished in the feeling of warm air. You peered around the place, trying to drown out the other people in order to find who you were looking for. "May I help you?" You turned slightly to your left to a friendly hostess, who smiled softly once you two made eye contact. "I'm okay," you trailed off, continuing the search for Todoroki. You would think he'd stand out easily in a crowd, but quirks have really made a lot of people overly unique. Then you spotted a familiar white and red head sitting at the bar, an empty seat beside him. "Thank you anyways, though," you spoke as you swiftly made your way to the seat. You were sure the poor hostess was a bit confused at your actions, but you didn't mind. She was probably happy not to have to find a seat for you in the bustling eatery. "Hey, Shouto!" you greeted as you plopped in the seat beside him. Todoroki tensed up and turned around to you, conveniently not dropping the soba currently in his mouth, then relaxed when he recognized your presence. "Hey," he responded, quickly slurping up the noodles in his mouth. "I ordered some for you as well. You got here right on time." He waved to a waitress who went to the kitchen to grab your order. "Thank you. Sorry I'm a little late. Although I'm close by, it's just so cold outside. It took a lot of courage for me to leave the building." Todoroki smiled at your comment. Although he wasn't the most expressive person, you still managed to get a response from him with your quirky remarks. "It's because you didn't wear the right material. Here." He began to take off his thick, black coat. "No, you don't have to do that," you said, but he insisted and placed the jacket on your shoulders. "Thanks," you stammered. Actions like this still made you flustered. "But I don't want you to be cold." "Don't worry about it." He extended an arm out to you. "Feel." You touched his arm and felt his feverish skin. "Oh, right. I almost forgot you could do that." The waitress brought out your bowl, and you suddenly realized how hungry you were. When was the last time you ate anyway? As soon as the warm meal was placed in front of you, you dove in, savoring the flavor of the food. Todoroki continued to eat as well, both of you enjoying the comfortable atmosphere of the restaurant. "So, how have you been doing?" You spoke between mouthfuls. "You've been so busy lately. We haven't had a lot of time to chat." "Sorry. I've been busy with hero training and internships. Nothing interesting has happened recently, though." "Oh, really? Well, I've been doing a lot of interesting things." Todoroki smiled at you. "Sleeping late and playing video games doesn't count." "No, it totally does. You'd understand if you played Pokemon with me once. You wouldn't be able to put it down." "I'll have to take your word for it then." The both of you continued to eat. You looked over to Todoroki. He seemed to be enjoying himself. He ate his meal quite happily, seeming to enjoy just spending a quiet moment with you. You leaned over and placed a quick kiss on his cheek. "Thank you for spending some time with me, Shouto. I know you're really busy, but I appreciate it." After you withdrew from his face, you saw how red his cheeks were, making you giggle in amusement. Then his whole left side flared to life, shocking a couple of unaware guests. Oops. Next time you'll be sure to bring an extinguisher with you.